You are listening to Adoptees On, the podcast where adoptees discuss the adoption experience. I'm your host, Haley Radke. Hi, friend. I am so excited to tell you that I have moved. I am in my new home and have been setting up my studio. So I may sound a little bit different. That's okay. I'm still working out all the audio, kinks here and there. I'm coming to you, excited that I've moved, but also with just sort of brokenhearted. I have been watching all of the things that have been transpiring down in the States, and I wanted to have an episode for you this week, but I think I'm going to push it to next week. And I just want to come and highlight to you some of our fellow adoptees who are creators who are Black, other adoptees who are people of color, who are doing work for adoptee rights and talking about some of the same things that we do on Adoptees On. And in light of the Black Lives Matter movement, I wanted to highlight them. And there's always this fear that you're going to say the wrong thing. And I don't want to say nothing because I feel like that is the wrong thing to say. So we stand with Black Lives Matter. I'm hopeful that things in our society will shift and change. I think that it's evident as we look at family preservation and the challenges with for-profit infant adoption. And, you think of the prices per adoption, how they range depending on race, and all of those ugly things that are wrapped up in adoption. And then you look on a much broader scale of the impact of systemic racism and injustice has had on Black people and other people of color. It's horrific. And so I wanted to highlight a few people today that I know are doing really good work. And I hope that you will either listen to their podcasts or go over and support them on Facebook. I know there's lots of different fundraisers going on right now. And I don't have enough knowledge to recommend a specific organization for you to donate to, but I'm sure in your area there is probably a few different organizations that are doing good work in this area that you can direct your money towards. So let's just go through a couple of my favorite podcasters who are people of color. And so, of course, Damon Davis hosts the podcasts Who Am I Really? April Dinwiddie hosts the podcast Born in June, Raised in April. I have a list of podcasts on the adopteeson.com/resources site. Some of the other adoptee podcasts that are out there are also hosted by people of color. So you can go and check those out. I will put some links in the show notes as well. A few of the other adoptees that I really highly recommend you listen and learn from in this time. Of course, Jasenia from I Am Adopted. She is doing a lot of education on this topic. So you can find her on Facebook. Her Facebook page is I Am Adopted. And she has the same handle on Instagram, which is at I Am Adopted. Next, I want to highlight for you Hannah Matthews, and her handle on Instagram is _HeyTRA, as in Hey Transracial Adoptee, and she is doing a lot of very important advocacy and education on her Instagram page, especially. And I knew this would happen. I would start listing off people and then I would think, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget someone. So if I have any other accounts to recommend, I will put them in the show notes. And then if you want to check over on social media where the regular links are up for this little mini-sode. And if there are Black adoptees or other adoptees of color that you want to highlight their work, make sure you tag them, and so we can follow more adoptees that are doing adoptee activism, and especially in this very important time of Black Lives Matter, so that we can make sure to support people that are doing really, really good work. And let them have the mic, let them have the floor. And so I am listening and learning alongside of you. I don't want to be silent. I probably already messed up, but I just want to be an advocate for the voiceless. And that's so much of what this show is about, giving adoptees a voice. And so we want to make sure that we come to the table with a posture of listening and humility and doing our best to learn and be so much better than we have been in confronting racism. So, on that note, I will be back with another new episode for you next Friday, and I'm really excited to share that. It's a really interesting story, and I think you will learn a lot from it. And yeah, I'm excited to be recording again, and I thank you for your patience as we've had little breaks here and there. And yeah, thanks so much for listening. Let's talk again next Friday.